All right. Today's SPY was down 0.22%, and we are still looking like we have the possibility of this low risk short trade, which is going to be the lower high rejection and then likely come down here towards 560. And if you are taking this low risk short, you will have to take the loss if we do indeed break out to a brand new all-time high, because a brand new all-time high will not only give us blue skies, but it means we are likely going for that full leg higher at 581. So if you're taking the low risk short, you need to cover for a loss above a brand new all-time high breakout, which will be that breakout above 573. But as long as we do not have a brand new all-time high, it is possible this is the high for now, and we're going to have some kind of pullback or correction before we continue higher. And the real confirmation that we're going lower is going to be a breakdown below 565, which is a retest of the previous all-time high. So there is a scenario where we just come down to the retest, make a higher low, and then continue higher. But I do like the odds that we're going to come down here and at least fill this gap and likely test the bottom of the range at 556. So in the short term, the best way I can word this is all of the risk is to the downside, which, as I said last night, that doesn't mean it's the highest probability. It just means that if we are going lower, that is a lot of risk for the bulls and very little risk for the bears if we are going higher, because the bears are going to know immediately if they're correct with the all-time high breakout. And you have to remember that I am a trader. A trader is looking for the next best trade. They are not trying to be correct and trying to guess and predict exactly what the market is going to do to make you think that they have a crystal ball and can tell you exactly where the market is going each and every day and each and every week. Yes, that stuff is fun to do, but at the end of the day, if you are trading, you need if this, then that statements, which means if the market goes higher, you know what you're going to do. And if the market goes lower, you know what you're going to do. And that is why I always tell you, move like water, have that flexibility to be prepared for both scenarios. And right now, this is a very low risk short entry, which doesn't mean it's going to win. It just means that if it does, you are going to make a lot of money. And if it loses, you are going to lose a little bit of money. If you constantly put yourself in low risk trades with high reward, you are going to be a very profitable trader, even if you lose a lot of those trades. The times that you win are going to be all of your profitability. So I'm trying to make this extremely clear. I know a lot of you are just not cut out for trading and you're never going to fully understand the things that I'm saying, and that is completely fine. My style may not be for you, but if you are a follower of mine, you need to understand we have two scenarios here, as we always do, and we are always prepared for both of them. And we are prepared to move like water. The low risk short trade just had a better probability today because we are starting to pull back. And if we continue that pullback and we break today's low, we are going to get more confirmation that the bears are in control here. On the NASDAQ 100 triple Qs, we were up 0.09% today. And just like SPY, we're prepared for both scenarios here. Above the breakout at 483, we are likely going to 493. However, we are prepared to immediately react if we get the rejection here to come all the way back down to the bottom of the range at 473. Very low probability to be correct, but again, if you're a bull, you still have very low reward because we're only looking for a little push higher towards 493. I still think all of the risk is to the downside, so be very careful and be ready to react immediately. If you're long this market, that is completely fine. We still have a bull trend, but that could change very quickly if we start to roll over here and see high volume selling. So just heed my caution and be prepared for it. It never hurts to carry an umbrella if you see dark clouds ahead, because you never know when it's going to rain, and it's a lot better to be prepared and expect the worst and hope for the best than it is to expect the best and not be prepared for the worst. And then finally, we have to look at Bitcoin, because we are at a very critical junction here, and we are about to see an inflection point of a very powerful bull break above the 200 daily moving average, or a very powerful bear rejection below the 200 daily moving average. So all eyes on Bitcoin here, right around 65,000. If we can break above it, it is going to look like a bullish double bottom breakout. But if we get a high volume rejection from here, it is going to look like a double top rejection, which means we could be going all the way down towards 47,000. So Bitcoin is a great indicator, even if you're not trading it. Watch it right here, right around 65,000. And if it continues to sell off from here, that means we're in a risk off market and the bears are in control. So jumping back over the S&P 500, we still have an exciting week with the PCE data on Friday, and I do believe inflation data is very important again. I did write it off for most of the year because the Fed had restrictive rates, but now that they're doing rate cuts, inflation data is going to be very important, and it is going to make a very big impact if we do not see inflation continuing to go lower, because now we have the Fed lowering rates and inflation is going to be a very important narrative yet again. So be prepared for both scenarios, move like water, have a trade plan that is if this, then that. Whether we go higher or lower from here, you should have a trade plan on how you are going to react. That way you couldn't care less if we go higher or lower. Your job as a trader is to make money and manage risk. So if you want to come trade with me and get access to all of my intraday updates, my technical analysis, and my trade ideas, that is in my Discord server, which you can find out how to join by clicking on the link in the description of this video. So thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you're crushing this market, and as always, I will see you in the next episode.